Hello, this is This Eyes This, and this is kind of a recap video from my last video because remember when I said that the next Xbox was going to have the 6670 and it was going to be 20% more powerful than the Wii U? Well, some new info has come up, and I've been looking at the info and it's doing as much research as I can. And I found out pretty much why most of the hardcore gamers are extremely mad at Microsoft and really pissed. As you know, the Nintendo Wii is going with the 4870. And the reason why I'm saying this and everyone else does is because the 4870 has multi-monitor capability, and it's really the only graphics card capable of holding so many monitors. And if it's going to hold like four controllers, four Wii U controllers, all with the touchscreen added on it. Well, at best the 4870 is really Nintendo's only shot for something like that. It's just not possible if they use the weaker card for something like that, because it just won't work. And with their range of cards that they're picking, the 4870 is really the only choice right there. But now remember, all this is just rumors. But the 6670, and the reason why everybody's mad and extremely just pulling their hair out over the next Xbox possibly having a 6670, besides that, the pictures I've seen of the so-called new Xbox has no CD drive, which probably goes with the rumor that they're going to remove the CD drive and go straight to just digital download and nothing else, which could possibly hurt them. But okay, about enough said. The reason why they're mad about the 6670 is that it's in the 600 family, the Radeon HD family, but it's a budget card. And the reason is that every generation they usually make a little budget card that's a little less powerful but can do all the current shit that all the other cards can do. But when you put it in your computer, it plays for shit. And it's basically, I think, for like Dell and the rest of them, just put in that budget card for that medium family, so they'll be happy with whatever they get, and they're not gonna and mom and pop ain't gonna really complain, or, Dell or Cow or whatever. And it's called a budget graphics card because it'll do like DirectX 11 and all the new DirectX drives, but it does it at a significantly lesser power when people did the number crunching on the 4870, on which the Wii U will most likely have, it seems that the 4870 was 2 times more powerful, basically meaning the Wii most likely will be more powerful than the new Xbox, which is a little bit on the okay, that's a little bit weird. But remember, this is all just rumors. Nothing's been clarified yet, but most likely, yeah, it does. But I'm going to say this though: the reason why they're using the reason why I do think that this is possibly true, and I still think it's a good idea from Microsoft, is basically, I've said it before. All rumors have led that Microsoft basically wants to make the next Wii, and I don't think they really give a shit about making the next hardcore game, because they made it in the second place. And if you know Microsoft and their thing is like, second place isn't good enough. They want to be the #1 and then wipe out all the other consoles and be the only game in town for everybody. And they just want to make sure that no one else can compete against them. And that didn't happen with the Xbox 360. Instead, the original Xbox, they were put down to third place, with the PS2 and GameCube being first and second, and the Xbox being third. But then again, the original Xbox came in so late in the game. it just really didn't have really a fighting chance. I mean, Halo helped it a little bit, but it didn't really surpass it. And then, the second gen, I mean, this gen comes out at the 7th, I think it is, comes out, and we wind up, and where does Microsoft wind up? In second place, with first place going to Nintendo, who's using a subpar system. I mean, literally, and the Wii is not even capable. I mean, not the Wii U, but the Wii is not even capable of HDMI, and it's pretty much just raking in the money. And I know what you say, but I shelved it. You know what? Good for you that you shelved your system and went for your 360. But here's a little secret to you hardcore gamers out there. You're not the rest of the customers. You're not the actual people who go out there and buy. You're not the mom and pop who will go out and buy a console. Sorry, but you're not them. And your opinions do not resonate onto them. If it did, everybody would buy 360s, Xbox 360s, and it would be the greatest console in all the fucking land. But that's not how it fucking works in the real fucking world. Get over it. It seems that I think pretty much this is, if it comes out true about the PS4 being close to the PS3 power, and the Wii U will definitely be what it is, and the NextBox being what it is. I think that the era of the hardcore gaming console will pretty much come to an end. And, well, there will still be hardcore games in the consoles. They just won't be so, well, graphics won't be the only thing that matters. And it shouldn't. Or putting it all in HDMI and trying to have these beautiful little graphics. I fuck your eye sockets right there, and you sounding like you're basically masturbating to it. Whatever. I think all that is going to pretty much come to an end, and it was pretty much going to come to an end. But with this new line of systems, it's sounding like what's going to be more weaker, or if 20% more better, or 2% more better. It pretty much just goes back to the old days of when the PS2 versus the GameCube. And of course, we all knew the GameCube had the better graphics than the PS2, but yeah, the PlayStation 2 was the overall winner. And even though the GameCube wasn't exactly a powerhouse in itself, I mean, the Xbox was the real powerhouse, and it was third place. And not forgetting, like, when the PS1 was versus the Nintendo 64. I mean, the PS1 didn't exactly have the most dazzling graphics, but yet everybody ran to the PS1 and its weird black disc. Yeah, those were weird, funky disc. I know it was some form of DRM or whatever. I didn't care. And of course, the Nintendo 64 was slightly more powerful. Of course, the Nintendo 64's problem was that, and of course, the GameCube problem. Well, first, the Nintendo 64 was all cartridge based, which limit their memories, and then the GameCube came out, and it was using micro disc, and as you know, the micro DVDs have not sold at all in anything, even the micro DVD recorders. But now Nintendo is using a CD drive, a basic graphics that come from, I mean, that's coming from the GameCube, which is like 1990s technology. Actually, it's slightly a bit more, the graphics on the Wii was slightly a bit more better than the original Xbox, which is not that great, but it still won, and it still sold like cocaine to everything. I mean, you can't beat sales like that. And I think it woke up Microsoft and Sony's eyes. And yeah, that's all I have to say.